What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a watch list. We have not done this in a while. Again, I've been traveling, doing a bunch of things. So now that I'm back home for a little while, I do want to get back into the habit of making at least one of these every Sunday, kind of going over a few plays that I do plan on making during the week. So with that being said, let's cue the intro and go ahead and jump into this. I've been getting dirty money. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I'm putting out at least one video a week, giving you guys absolutely free content that's going to help you guys, whether it's long-term, short-term, just in finance and everything like that. So with that being said, let's jump back to the video. First thing first, we are at all-time highs on SPY. So let's go ahead and change this here. Maybe my computer won't work, maybe it will. There it is. So here we go. We are at all-time highs. Congratulations if anybody's in the S&P 500. I think it's awesome for you guys. Again, I am not actually in the S&P 500 anymore. I'm not investing into it anymore. I do have the 100 shares that I've always had. I do covered calls on those. If you guys don't know what that is, definitely look that up. I have a video on it. Definitely something to be watching out for and something to make some more passive income on. But there's something else that I kind of want to go over here. I don't really care that this is at all-time highs, and there's a reason for that, and we're going to go over it here in this video. So a couple of companies I want to look for this week are Ford. So I think Ford is very toppy. I think that we're going to see a downturn on this one. I think you're going to see it back in here in the 1150s. I don't know if it's going to reach 11. That's something, again, I don't know the exact price target here on this one. I'm just looking to possibly sell some calls in this one and do a credit spread on it. Or if I can't even get filled on that because it could be a little choppy here with Ford Motor Company. The other one I'd be doing is just buying some cheap, about 6 months out puts and buying those. Another play I actually want to short or consider buy puts on, because you're not going to be able to sell credit spreads on this one, is Under Armour, more than likely. This one, again, I want it to break down in here. I want it to break down past 18 again. I think it's a good play to actually watch it fall. And Nike, I already missed that play, and that's something I should have been on top of, and I wasn't. Again, I was traveling and on a plane and everything, and I wasn't able to hit that one. But Nike was one that, again, I wanted to play. And let's go ahead and look at it in comparison. It already made its drop here. It broke down past this level right here. Let's go on ahead, put this in here. But it broke down past that, and that's kind of what I wanted to happen. And that would have been a beautiful put play, risking very, very little. And those are the perfect plays that you want. It may not be the most absolute perfect play, but enabling yourself to make 10% on a put option in order when you're risking very, very little when you're buying a month out, 2 months out, sometimes 6 months out, depending on the stock. Now, we're going to get into a couple of companies that I actually like. ABBV is something that I've looked at for holding long term. I know there's a lot of people out there that do hold this company long term, and I think we're going to see this break back out and touch back to the top. For some reason, my tool isn't working here, probably because I didn't have it selected. But I think we're going to see a push back up. I'm not saying we're going to hit 113, but I think we're going to see it back over 110, and I think that's a positive. Again, it may, as you can see, it doesn't move a ton, so it may be a little while before we get that actual push. So this is one that I would be looking to possibly buy some options a little further out rather than just going a couple weeks out. That's just my personal opinion. Again, but it has found some support in here very well. And again, I'm not a support and resistance trader. We've all been over that. If you haven't watched any of my videos, go back and look at it. I'm not a support and resistance trader. I just kind of go off of my gut feeling and off of my exact strategy that I have. This is one that's going to fit it. Walmart, on the other hand, everybody uses Walmart. Even if you don't like Walmart, you've bought something from Walmart. It's a great business model. They're amazing. I do own a couple of shares. I do not own very many shares of this company at all for long-term sake. I used to own more. Again, I have sold off dramatically in my portfolio. But I think this one's got a good chance to come back up here and reach the 140s. I'm going to go low 140s into that 140 area where we had this gap down. I think Walmart will fill this gap. I'm not saying that I will hold it through all the way to fill the gap. I will be buying just some calls again, cheaper calls a little further out, allowing myself to manage risk and know my max loss no matter what is what I spend on it, in order to make myself maybe 5 to 10% cover on it, make sure I sell them out, give them to somebody else up here at the top where it's a little bit more risky. With that being said, there is a couple of other quick little plays that I kind of want to go over here, and one is tech. So we're going to look at Apple, AAPL, which I messed up, AAPL, I can't type today. And then we're going to look at Tesla. I know everybody loves Tesla, and they've had a downturn here for past couple of months. And again, I used to own a ton of Apple. I don't even own any Apple. We've talked about this before. I've alerted it when I sold it. I alerted when I bought some. I also alerted when I sold it all. But this one, I think, finally has kind of found some support here after the dramatic, it hit the top, and now we had a dramatic downfall for about the past couple months. And now I think you're going to start seeing tech move up a little bit. Again, we do have some resistance points. Again, no, not a support and resistance trader, but I'm not ignorant to what everybody else is looking for. And I think that's very important to look at, is everybody else does. For instance, when you do, let me add one technical analysis tool that you're going to see a lot of people talk about, and it's crazy because, for instance, I'm pulling it up right now for everybody. Everybody seems to use this, and it is a 100 EMA, and as you can see, it's actually going to fit here, and if it pops back up above it, it's a very, very good sign. Again, it's tried a couple of times. It keeps getting back here. I think it's worth risking very, very little. Apple does move quite a bit, so you can risk very little buying a month out of the money and watching it pop up. You're going to get that theta decay. I'm very aware, so be aware of that as well when you're risking it on these plays. Tesla, on the other hand, could be one that if it does work out, maximum you may lose $500. The maximum winner, you could wake up one morning and be up thousands of dollars. That is the gamble with Tesla. I do not like this play. The reason why I don't like that play is because of what I just said. The max loss, you know of, the max reward could be infinity, it feels like. It's not truly infinity, so don't take that literally. But there's a lot of risk when it comes down to Tesla and the way they've been moving. ARK Invest is one of those that is highly, highly anticipated into this one. They keep buying Tesla on the bottoms, which is not a bad idea, but I don't like the fact that the whole economy is really in a standstill trying to figure out what's going on with the pandemic. Are we opening up and stuff like that? I think that is something that everybody should be aware of. And again, we're at all-time highs. Congratulations. If that's SPY, let's look at SPX, which is the actual index. Again, up at all-time highs, which is absolutely awesome for everybody that's in the S&P 500. But we guys got to realize the mortgages and stuff like that are defaulting. The only reason people aren't losing their houses is because of the stimulus bills passed, allowing them to not actually evict anybody, whether they're renting, they own a home, and people are over leveraging themselves. I have been looking for a house personally myself, and I have been seeing this where houses are going way over what they are actually valued at, and some banks are allowing this to happen. So again, I'm not saying short banks when it comes down to that, because they still got a lot of time before that happens. But when it comes time and the stimulus thing is up and they can actually do forbearances and kick people out of their houses for not paying their bills, that's when we're going to see a lot more trouble. So with that being said, guys, thank you guys all for watching this video, and I hope you learned something. I hope that helped somebody out. I look forward to this week. Have a great weekend.